This is one of those pressure points in the month.
It's going to be shaky going into the weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to have better chances of rain, but what we do know is going to be hot and humid to close out this week. Now, let's talk about our rainfall totals over the weekend because there was a pretty big split across the area. You go north of I-70, Hamilton County, Boone County, Madison County. It's where we had rainfall estimates basically of 2 to 3 inches. Then you get into the zone on the south side of Indianapolis, Morgan County, Johnson County, Shelby County. Most spots under 1/4 of an inch, and then more heavy rain off to the south and west. So really depended where you were this weekend. Flood watches that were in place or set to be in place all the way through this evening, those have been dropped from our area. We still have a thin band of showers. No rumbles of thunder or lightning strikes in Morgan County, stretching to Brown County right over Martinsville right now. That is going to be our best chance of rain over the next couple hours. So here's Storm Tracker. As we're waking up this morning, there is still a flood watch, which is in place for southern Indiana. But as I touched on here, no longer in place for central Indiana. More showers and storms off to our west will remain off to the south. But that's what's bringing cloud cover into the area. Another look at IMS. Cloudy skies, 74 degrees. Call it a break from the dew points, but it's not much. Dew points in the upper 60s compared to when we had the dew points in the 70s, the tropical-like air mass this weekend. So futurecast as we're going through this afternoon, midday into the afternoon, best chance at seeing an isolated shower is going to be south and west of Indianapolis. Shouldn't see a ton of action, but have to keep that chance in there, even down through Bloomington and Columbus late afternoon. But the other thing that's going to be happening here is clouds will start to break down. First from the north and then eventually getting into south central and southern Indiana. We're expecting more of those breaks in the clouds late afternoon through the evening. So for today, temperatures in the mid-80s, eventually turning partly cloudy. Winds out of the east at 5 to 10 miles an hour. I have us at 84, which is just under average. Average high is 85 degrees, 83 in Columbus, 81 in Muncie, and 81 in Fort Wayne. Tonight, nice low temperatures. We'll have a couple areas in the 50s, including Richmond, Muncie, and Fort Wayne. 65 here in Indy. For tomorrow, another good one. Mid to upper 80s, winds out of the southeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And the dew points still in the 60s for the most part, so it's not terrible with the humidity. 87 for our high here in Indy, 85 in Columbus, and 84 in Lafayette. Now here's where we start to take the turn as the week goes on. You factor in the dew points, which are just going to be so muggy. Multiple days in the 90s, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But Thursday and Friday is really when we have those dew points, which are going to be firmly in the miserable category. So that's dew points in the mid-70s, potentially some areas getting into the upper 70s with dew points. Such humid air, I get it, we get 90s all the time. It's just when you factor in the miserable like dew points, we'll probably have some sort of heat alert coming later on this week for some of those days. Hope Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. Temperatures multiple times eclipsing the 90-degree mark. Colts training camp on Wednesday. Should be dry. Wish you were here is in Lawrence on Thursday. It's a spotty chance at a shower storm, but remember the heat index I was showing for that day. It's pretty close to 105, so steamy out there. Scattered showers and storms on Friday. Better rain chances expected for the weekend. Marcus.
All right.